Hi, I am Stephanie Dreyer, a plant-based meal planning expert and the founder of stephaniedreyer.com, where I help busy home cooks bring more joy and ease to their meal prep and dinner time, meal times in general. I am so excited to be here with you today. I am also the mom of three kids. I've got a 16-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and I have been on a journey for the last 10 years since well, actually more than that, since my oldest was eating solid foods, to simplify mealtime. I am a busy home cook. I used to love to cook and was realizing the joy was being sucked out of me with all the stress of trying to get dinner on the table with picky eaters and work and all the things when you are a busy person and a busy parent. And I'm vegan. My oldest is vegetarian, and the rest of my family eats everything. So we also had the challenge of trying to juggle different diets and picky eaters and all of that. So I'm really excited to be here with you today. This is Meal Plan Monday. I am here every Monday at noon Pacific Standard Time, sharing some kind of topic or tip on meal planning and meal prep. And today I am sharing my batch cooking planner, my process, and this template that I use every week to outline my prep and meals for the week. And it's a little bit of time I spend on Thursday night to put this together, about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, depend how deep I go into recipes. I kind of nerd out over recipes, so I can spend a little bit more time on that. But really all you need is about 15 to 20 minutes. And with that time, I then have my week planned out for all of our meals. I map out our meal prep. I set up a batch cooking session on Sunday, which is what I'm going to talk to you about today. And that literally has transformed the way that I cook for my family. It has simplified things so much. And I'm really excited to share that with you because I hear so much from friends and family how difficult and stressful it is to get dinner on the table. What's for dinner seems to ring alarm bells for people. Instead of being excited to and relaxed to make a meal at the end of the day that's going to nourish our bodies and make us feel great and just enjoy that process and then sit down together with our family to connect, instead it becomes some stressful thing to have to do on our list of already too many things to do. So I want to help you bring back, if anyone can relate to that, I'd love to hear in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up or a heart below. I'd love to hear if that resonates for you. And if it does resonate with you, this is going to help. So I'm going to just spend 10 minutes. My Meal Plan Mondays are always quick, about 10-15 minutes. Because I know we're all busy, but I want to take you through this planner. So the first thing that I do is I make a plan. And if you would like a copy of this planner, I believe I put the link up there in the description, but you can get it by just emailing me at hello@stephaniedreyer, DREYER.com, and I'll send this to you, no problem. So what I do, hi Gail, happy Monday. And so I'm just taking us through this planner. So the first thing that I do is I map out and put in my calendar when I'm going to meal plan, when I'm going to shop, and when I'm going to batch cook. And to meal plan, like I said, you need about 15 to 30 minutes to grow shopping. I can do 2 stores in and out, door to door, in an hour. And you can check out, I've got lots of tips. That's a whole other Facebook Live on how to get in and out of the store in about half an hour and home in an hour. With 1 store, I can do it in less time, obviously. And then for batch cooking, I spend about 1.5 to 2 hours every Sunday batch cooking. I schedule that into my calendar. So I'm going to talk to you more in detail about that in a sec. But this is my first step. This page here is what I do on Thursdays, okay? Is I set up so first of all, I have a little place here for you guys to write in your dates and times, because I feel like if we don't plan it, it's not going to happen. And writing it down and putting it in our calendar as something like anything else that you're going to do, a doctor's appointment, a work event, exercising, whatever it is, you won't do it if it's not on your calendar, right? If it's in your calendar, you're going to commit to it. So that's why I have this here. And it could change every week. That's okay, depending on your schedule. The important thing is to pick a date and put it down and stick to it. Don't come up with excuses. Honor yourself. Know that the time you're putting in is going to give you more time the following week, and it will make your life easier. I promise. And if I'm going to talk a little bit about it at the end, but if you want help going through this process, I am offering a free batch cooking challenge. I'm hosting it next week. It starts the 15th, goes through the 19th. It culminates in the 19th with a live batch cooking session on Facebook in my kitchen. I'm going to actually show you how I do it. So if you like this idea but are kind of like, I'm not really sure how to do it, I need some help, please join my free challenge. I really, really, really want to show you how life-changing this can be, how revolutionizing it can be for your family, and add so much more time to your life to do the things you love. So anyways, back to this. This is the part that I do on Thursday. I map out what I'm going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I section this off for breakfast and lunch with what I'm cooking for myself and what I'm cooking for my kids. So I always pick 2 to 3 things for breakfast and lunch, and I rotate them. So for example, I have a green juice and a green smoothie that I alternate on for breakfast. And if I'm doing the green juice, I'll do either a tofu scramble or avocado toast with like hemp seed, some kind of protein, or some kind of toast with protein, almond butter, something like that. Lunch, I usually do a bowl or a salad, and then I'll rotate that maybe with like a soup or something like that. The kids, I have a whole list of things. I can go into that, but I want to keep this short. If you're interested to hear what I cook, you can join me Fridays on Instagram. I'm there every Friday at noon from Pacific Standard Time. And again, really quick, about 15 minutes, just sharing what I'm cooking for the week for my family, the recipes and the cookbooks I'm using as well. So you can get ideas there. And then dinner, I map out dinner. So that's the first thing I do. And I have lots of tools and strategies for how to figure out what to cook for dinner. So again, the batch cook challenge is going to help you share all that with you. So if you're interested, you can sign up for that at bit.ly/batch cooking challenge. And the link is up in the description as well. So then after I map out my meals, what I do is I look at the recipes and figure out what I can batch cook. So the way I do my schedule, pick out my dinners, again, I'm going to walk you all through this. Hello, Roberto. Thank you for joining. And if you have questions, everybody just shout them out again. I'd love to hear if this is helpful for you. Give me a thumbs up. The way I pick what I'm going to batch cook is by syncing my schedule. It's the first thing I do. I look at where I'm going to need help during the week, right? Just like I asked my parents for help with pickup, I look at my meal plan to help me as well, because your meal plan should work for you, not work against you, right? You shouldn't be working to make the meals. Yeah, you got to get in the kitchen, but again, I want to make this joyful and pleasant and enjoyable. So set up your meal plan so that it's going to be turnkey for you. Don't plan something that's going to take you 45 minutes to make when you know you've only got 20 minutes to prep, or you know that you've got a full day, and when you get home, you're going to be exhausted and you're not going to want to spend that much time in the kitchen. So maybe that's a night for leftovers, or a night where you're going to reheat something you batch cooked on Sunday. That's what batch cooking is. That's my approach to batch cooking. So for me this week, for example, I actually had a pretty good evenings this week where I have time to get in and prep, but I needed help with lunches and breakfast. I was going to be out early, busy with the kids, and then lunches, lots of work stuff and meetings and things going on. So that's where I needed my help. So what I would do is I would list out the recipes that I'm going to need, I know that I'm going to be making, and see what ingredients I can pull out to help me expedite things. So for example, for breakfast, I mentioned I do tofu scrambles or I'll do avocado toast. So I batch cook this week, for example, my tofu scramble, and I batch cooked I did some roasted tomatoes to put on top of my avocado toast. So if you're going to do any kind of toppings or things, or if you do smoothies, you could prep the smoothie bag. So you just have a bag, you pull that out of the fridge and you put it in the blender, so it's even quicker to get a smoothie together. So that's an idea for breakfast. For lunch, like I said, I'm doing bowls and smoothies and all that. I have my kids' lunches to make. So I prepped my daughter's salad for the week. She has this cruciferous salad she likes. And then Gabby wanted her tofu curry. So I prepped that. So all she has to do is reheat it every day with some rice. She's ready to go. Alex just has to pack her lunch and her snacks. She's ready to go. And then I did some salad dressings. I usually do a protein, like a marinated tempeh or a tofu. And I did beans and greens, actually. I prepped like a little, kind of like a little stew almost, a little soup. Sometimes I'll do a soup to prep. That way for me, lunches are done. Super simple, super easy. So anyways, I pull those ingredients out. I put them in here. And then the last thing is, and this process, what I'm telling you, I have it so well engineered in my head. I've done it so many times that I don't even have to like write this out anymore. You'll get to a place after you've done it a few hundred times like I have that you don't even need to write it out. You can just do your meal plan. And I have actually a free meal planning template that's just a one sheet that kind of is a quick glance and it kind of helps you walk through this in just one sheet, and you don't have to like do the worksheet of this. But this is the way, this is how we're going to approach it in the batch cooking challenge, and to introduce you to batch cooking until you really get it becomes intuitive and it feels natural. This is a really great way to just walk you through it. So on this last page, you're going to pick 3 to 5 things from that list on the other page of batchable ingredients. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. I mean, hey, if you want to spend 3 to 4 hours, go for it. But this is meant to help your life, not add more chores to it. So pick 3 to 5 things. That's my recommendation. Again, once you get really good at it, I made about 8 things. Was it 8 things yesterday? Maybe not 8 things. I think I made about 6 things yesterday in an hour and a half. So it's all, the more skilled you get at it, it's like a muscle, right? The more weight you can lift because you keep practicing, the more flexible you get, the more you stretch, the quicker you can batch cook, the more that you do it. So I want to encourage you, whatever you do, is stick to your plan and make it part of your routine. That's how you're going to get into a groove where it feels easy and natural. So pick out 3 to 5 things here, and then basically you're mapping out a plan in this section here. You're doing things that need roasting or boiling. You're going to do those first. While they're roasting or boiling, you can make something like your anything that requires cooking on the stove top, like if you're pan frying tempeh or something like that. If you're doing while all of that's cooking and roasting, that you can make your snacks if you're making salad dressings or hummuses or things like that. So while this is cooking and going on, you can be getting other stuff done. And while all of this is going on, you can be washing as you go along. So literally you're in and out in an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that is my process. We are at time. Would love to take questions if anybody has questions. I'm so excited to share this process with you. You can email me again at hello@stephaniedreyer.com. And I would love you to join me for my batch cooking challenge. Again, it starts January 15th. I'm going to take you through this process. I have a whole challenge guide with batch cooking recipes. So you don't even have to come up with your own recipes for the challenge. You don't have to come up with your own meal plan. I'm going to give that to you so that you can walk through it and feel very confident that every step has been planned out for you. I'm going to be live in our Facebook group daily, answering questions, giving you a little tutorial on different tips and tricks. And I'm super excited to do that with you. So if you're interested, again, you can sign up at bit.ly/batch cooking challenge and invite a friend, because batch cooking is a lot more fun with friends and family. So would love you to share that link with anyone you'd like to join and have participate with you. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch me again on Instagram and Facebook at Veegmama, VEEGMAMA. Again, I'm here every Monday at noon, Meal Plan Monday, Pacific Standard Time, to share different meal planning topics. Next week, we will be here kicking off the challenge. So if you haven't signed up, you'll have one last chance to learn more about it and join me. And over on Instagram, I'm there Fridays live at noon Pacific Standard Time with my actual meal plan for the next week, sharing exactly what I'm cooking for my family, the cookbooks I'm cooking from, and the process that I use to put it all together. So I hope to see you at one of those places. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful week. Bye.